There are so many mistakes that social media managers make, and a lot of people don't actually know they're making that mistakes and they don't know how to fix them. And that's what this episode is about. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the common mistakes social media managers make and how to fix them. The first mistake, I'm just going to go right into it because I'm not going to like define this is what a mistake is called or this is what blah blah blah. No, I'm just going to go right into the mistakes and also how to fix them. Number one mistake I've seen a lot of social media managers make is not having a clear social media strategy. This is one of like the most common mistakes that a lot of social media managers make, and not having a clear and defined social media strategy for their social media efforts, even for the brands they are managing, is like a big problem. Now, without a strategy, it can also be very difficult to like set goals, measure success, and also make data-driven decisions. I'm not saying you have to like create strategies for every brand that you're managing, but then you actually need to like come to that point where you know that, okay, this is what the goal is, this is what the strategy looks like. It doesn't have to be an elaborate strategy. So to fix this, because I'm not just going to identify the mistake, I'm also going to give you how to fix it. To fix this as a social media manager, you should take the time to research who their target audience is for any brand that you're managing. You need to like research who exactly their target audience is. You need to set specific goals and objectives, and also develop a content plan that aligns with that goals. Set smart goals, but also make sure that your content plan aligns with the goal you've set. Now, the next one is a common mistake I see a lot of social media managers make, especially with their brand's page or the business page that they're managing. Posting irrelevant content. Like, this is a very common mistake. And you posting irrelevant content is posting off topic. Why are you posting off topic? Why? Like, you see brands, especially brands in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. You see them post about Bibi Niger. Why? Why are you using Maybe Niger hashtag? It is irrelevant to what your brand or your business is about, except if you are sponsoring the event or the show. Now, this can lead to a lack of engagement and followers if you're posting irrelevant topic, because everybody's like, oh, probably you don't know what you're doing. You're open on everything. You're open on whatever is trending at a particular time. To fix this, social media managers should stick to the content calendar that aligns with their social media strategy. Your content plan and your content calendar should align with your social media strategy. And you as a social media manager, you need to stick with the content calendar that aligns with this social media strategy and make sure that all content is relevant and valuable to the target audience of yourself or your client. It can be your own personal brand, but make sure it is relevant. It has to be relevant. The next one is, ignoring analytics. A lot of social media managers ignore analytics. Social media managers often fail to track analytics, and this can make it difficult to understand the performance of their social media efforts and also make data-driven decisions. Like, it's your analytics that will actually drive your decisions. Like, if you check your analytics, you need to see that, okay, these are the posts that people are interacting with well, these are the posts that we should stop doing, these are what we should do more of. If you see that your reels are doing way better than your carousels, why not try to like switch to do more reels without actually stopping your carousels? Or you see that, okay, people love your how-tos more than how would I say it, more than your testimonials. Maybe you reduce the number of testimonials you put out and do more of how-tos, because that's what keeps people on your page. All the social media platforms want you to keep people on their platforms, and if your page is keeping people on their platforms, they're going to push your page or your content out to more people. Make sure that you stop posting irrelevant content. And how do you fix this? Use analytics tools. Analytics tools to track metrics such as website traffic, engagement, conversions, and use this data to make adjustments to your strategy. Like, you see the post that gets really like plenty likes. So this was what I used to discover what worked on my personal account. And my personal account currently has over 1 million impressions in 30 days. So you want to make sure that you check out the kind of content that people resonate with, and those are the kind of content that you create for the brand you're managing or for your own personal account as a social media manager. Next mistake I see a lot of people make is not being consistent. And I'm going to say here, consistency does not mean showing up every day. Consistency means showing up when you say you're going to consistently show up. Okay? Now, social media managers who post infrequently or sporadically can quickly lose followers. Like if you're not consistent, you will lose followers. Like people like, who is this? Why did I follow this person? Because you're not consistent or you're always taking breaks. I know taking breaks is good for your mental health, but it's detrimental to your business and your reputation as a social media manager. So to fix this, you should create a content calendar and stick to it. If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm trying as much as possible not to show up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and make sure I have those time to myself as a social media manager. So it's always very good that you know that, okay, these are the days that work for me. These are the days that don't work for me. This is the time that work for me. This is the time that does not work for me. And you stay consistent to it. So show up on the days you can and know what consistency actually means to you. The next one is ignoring negative comment or review. A lot of social media managers ignore negative comment or review. It will happen. Trust me, it will happen. But make sure you don't ignore them. How do you fix it? You should be ready and be prepared to handle negative comments and respond in a timely and professional manner. Don't attack the person. Most times, calm down. Even if it's not true, calm down. Make sure that you are level-headed. Make sure you are not angry. Calm down and then you respond. Another mistake I see a lot of people using is overusing automation tools. I hate auto replies on the DMs. I loathe it. I really don't like, especially when you're chatting with someone and you're like, oh, but like you were not, oh, but like, and the person is currently online. I really, really don't like it. So I even turned it off. I had it one time and I turned it off. Automation tools help you save time and they make your life easier, but overusing it can also lead to lack of personalization. A lot of people are talking about ChatGPT. I know, right? But you want to make sure that you customize whatever the AI tool generates for you. You don't want to just put it out like that. It's very, very important that you customize what that tool generates for you. Not staying up to date. I've talked about, in first episode, I talked about subscribing for newsletter, following industry experts. A lot of social media managers cannot keep up with the latest features because they are not subscribing to newsletters that actually give them the latest or what is happening on their platforms. So you want to make sure that you're well aware of the features that actually exist on these platforms that you're managing. I think I missed out one, which is not engaging with followers. Please, I've heard of a situation where a client told our social media managers not to reply comments, and I'm like, really? Do you think these are the people that buy from you and you're telling the person not to reply comments, that you don't want to reply comments? I'm like, hey, God. So failing to engage with followers on social media is another common mistake that social media managers make, and it can lead to a lack of community and a decrease in engagement. And to fix it, you should make a point to respond to comments and messages in a timely manner, like, and actively engage with their followers by asking questions, start conversations, and sharing user-generated content, UGC. To avoid making these mistakes, social media managers should be proactive about researching, setting goals, creating a strategy, and executing it, as well as staying current with the latest trends and best practices. Like, you need to always make sure that you're proactive. And my mom says this a lot. Be proactive. Research goals, set goals, creating strategies, executing it. Like, you need to be proactive about everything. And also regular monitoring and analyzing metrics, as well as actively engaging with the community, can help you identify and address issues as they arise. If you're new here, you're wondering, maybe you're watching on your YouTube, that why is Balaji carrying an iPad, cramming all these things? It's not beans, and I can't use like a teleprompter because I use glasses. So if it is very tiny, if it's not really clear, I'm not going to be able to see it. So yes, I'm going to be carrying my iPad with my script and I'm going to be reading from it and explaining. Okay, that's how I am. I'm going to be very, very transparent on this podcast. It's not very easy, how do I say, cramming and reading. I hope I've been able to like tell you the common mistakes that actually exist as a social media manager, and I hope how would I say it? I hope you've learned a lot, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. I don't know what we're going to talk about then, but I'm going to check my schedule, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. But if you're new here, make sure to subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're watching this on or listening to this on any of the podcast platforms, make sure to follow and rate me. Give me a 5-star rating because I'm the best. Okay, I'm your social media manager bestie, and I wrote a book called The Social Media Manager Bible. If you listen to episode 2, it's probably out, and it's not just for new social media managers, it's for every single social media manager that needs to actually figure out what exactly they're doing. You can buy this book as a gift to someone, and it will change your life as a social media manager, I promise. Um, it's not a novel. It's a straight to the point lessons on everything you need to know as a social media manager. Mostly for people that have been in social media management for 2 to 3 years. It's just to help them. This is volume one. There's going to definitely be a volume two. And with that, we come to the end of today's episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.